Well, hello everyone and welcome back to 48 Now. It is digital host AJ Wiest, and the first ever South Star Music Festival is coming to Huntsville this weekend at John Hunt Park. And of course, one of the performing bands at the festival is Gin Blossoms. Today I am joined by the one and only Robin Wilson from Gin Blossoms. Robin, thank you so much for joining. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good, thank you. Been exercising and running errands all morning, and then later on today, I've got some recording I need to do here in my studio, and then I got to start doing my laundry. So I have plenty of clean underwear for Alabama this weekend. So looking forward to the show.
That's right. Yes, sir. My first question, have you ever been to Alabama first?
Yes, I've certainly driven through it many times. We've performed there several times. Our band has been at it for a while now, 37 years, and we have performed in all 50 of these United States. So yes, I have performed in Alabama before, and this weekend, this is the biggest show we're doing all year in terms of the size of the crowd and the audience and the other artists on the bill. We're small potatoes, which is why we're going on at 3:45 in the afternoon. But it's a great show, a great bill to be on, and I'm looking forward to spending the weekend there. And I'm actually going to stick around on Sunday and attend the concert with my girlfriend. So I'll be there all weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. And fingers crossed that I can find some good Mexican food down there in Alabama.
There is definitely plenty of that. Yeah, if you need some recommendations, I definitely have those because
Sweet.
there's nothing better than some good Mexican food. That is
It's my favorite.
100%. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it's my favorite. I'm from Arizona. I grew up on fine Mexican food, and now I live here on Long Island in New York, and I make the best carnitas anywhere on Long Island. So that's what I do. That's what I do.
Well, very cool. Who are some of the other acts that you're looking forward to seeing?
Well, my girlfriend really wants to see Gwen Stefani and Goo Goo Dolls, so I think I'll be there for those two performances, and then Shinedown. I'm looking forward to Shinedown on the bill. So I think that's this weekend that they're on the bill.
Yes.
But generally I don't pay too much attention to the schedule and who else is there. I'm sort of preoccupied with my own confused life, and mostly I just focus on like what time do I need to be at the airport, and like what my band is going to be doing when we get on stage. What is our set going to look like? So um, I'm not exactly a bimbo, but I just don't. I'm not required to pay too much attention to what's going on, so I don't always.
Yes, sir. Nothing wrong with that, though. And
Yeah.
speaking of your set, is there a song in particular you're especially looking forward to performing this weekend?
Well, whenever we play our hits, the audience gets a little bit more excited and involved, and when you see uh, thousands of people pull out their phones, that's a moment that they want to capture and be able to remember. Personally, I find the phones really annoying. I would rather people just focus on being there in the moment and not trying to capture something for their social media. But that's not so bad. Like I say, the hits are always really exciting. When we break out, found out about you, Hey Jealousy, Until I Fall Away, and Allison Road and Follow You Down. The show starts with Follow You Down, which for us was a top 10 single, and we performed that song on Saturday Night Live, and it's a great way to start our set, and it's always a pretty exciting moment when we launch into that tune.
Super exciting. I know there are countless people here in North Alabama super ready for you guys to perform. But I want to talk about your recent induction into the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame.
Yeah, all
When
right.
that happened, you joined very good company with Billy Joel, Joan Jett, Twisted Sister, and several others. Talk a little about that whole experience.
Well, anytime you get inducted into a type of Hall of Fame, it's an acknowledgement that you've been able to achieve something that's somewhat rare. So it was a big thrill for me. Moving here to Long Island, this is where my ex-wife and my son live. So I had to leave my home in Arizona and make a home for myself here on Long Island. It's very different from Arizona. Like I mentioned, the lack of good quality Mexican food, for example, makes me miss my home. So it was a special, as hard as it was for me to assimilate to living on Long Island, it really meant a lot that I was inducted to the Long Island Hall of Fame. And here I'll show you my plaque for the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame. And then here I've
Wow.
also been inducted to the Arizona Hall of Fame. And then just recently, I was inducted to the Mesa Community College Hall of Fame, which is where I went to college, and my dad was a professor there.
That's right.
And I grew up on that campus. So being inducted to the MCC Hall of Fame was another big treat. And you know, all of these things, they just acknowledge that you were able to accomplish something kind of special. And I'm just grateful that I still have a job in the rock and roll biz. You know, I grew up wanting to be a rock singer, and I was able to, you know, be in the right place at the right time to join this band, and for us to be able to build a career and a lifetime together. And I'm just very grateful for that. And I turned 59 this summer, and I'm still a professional rock singer, and I'm very grateful and very humble. So.
Very true, and a very good one at that. That is for sure. No denying that. But Robin, looking back at your music career, what was a moment you were especially proud of? What you do?
Oh, well, there were many, but let's say when I got to front Kiss on Letterman, that was kind of a high point. Then when we got to do Saturday Night Live,
Hmm.
that was a huge thrill for me. I was always a fan of that show, and the first time I ever saw Tom Petty or Elvis Costello was watching Saturday Night Live. So to be able to be on that show, and when we were on the show, Phil Hartman was the host. And one of the greatest moments of my career is when Phil Hartman came up to me, and he knew who I was. He shook my hand and he said, "Hi, Robin, I'm Troy McClure, and you may remember me from such educational films as Locker Room Towel Fight, The Blinding of Larry Driscoll."
Uh-huh.
And and my jaw just hit the floor, and that was a huge thrill to have that moment with Phil Hartman. He was one of the greats. And so there's a good example right there. Fronting Kiss on Letterman, performing on Saturday Night Live, and the Long Island Hall of Fame. I'd say those are the three high points.
Well, very awesome. What's some advice you give to aspiring musicians and rock stars trying to make it in the industry today?
Well, I generally the first piece of advice I give is to pursue it for your own reasons, not because you want to become famous or because you want to get a recording contract or score a certain number of views or likes. You have to do it for your own purposes, and you have to do it regardless of any acknowledgement or success. And to that end, the next piece of advice I give is that you have to write good songs. You have to work hard to become a good songwriter, because it's not about the individual talent of the group or the style or how good a singer I am or a guitar player or whatever. It always comes down to having songs that people can connect to and are memorable. So songwriting is really the most important thing. If you want to do what I do, be a member of an original band playing original music, it all comes down to the quality of the songwriting.
Sir, very well said. Well, Robin, that's just about all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much for joining with me today. And if there's anything that maybe I didn't ask that you would like to add, feel free. But once again, thank you so much.
No, I'm good here. Thank you for helping us to promote the show and for having me on. And goodbye from Long Island, New York. Peace and love.
Yes.
We'll see you there.
Yes, sir, absolutely. So if you're watching at home right now, come on out to South Star Music Festival this weekend. The Gin Blossoms and, of course, Robin Wilson will be there Saturday, September 28th, and he's staying the 29th as well. So come on out this weekend. You're just not going to want to miss it. Well, Robin, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day. We'll see you.